Yo, 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 talking to nobody, but I'm just going to set up the stream. Copy the live link to the Discord. Let's go. Right now I can't see chat, so please hold if anyone is saying anything. There we go, and let's go. STL Raptor, is that how you pronounce your name, man? How's it going, dude? Let's also just share this to Twitter, and then I'll be ready to go. Just hold on, let's also move to the hub, because that's where we're going to start. Hub. Did I share it? What the hell? Share Twitter. Hey, we did. We're all good. All good, mate. Yo, how's it going? Marcia. I am gonna butcher names. This, if anyone used to join my streams, you'll know that I will butcher your name. But Marcia Alexandru Lansu. I hope I pronounced your name right. I apologize if not. First, how your day been? It's been good. Second, it's like Steel Raptor. Yo, I like it. Steel Raptor. That's what I'll call you from now on, man. How's it going? This stream is going to go on till about 10 o'clock, so an hour and a half. It's not going to be the longest stream, but it'll be Alex will do. You know what? That is so much better. Thank you for helping. Alex, how you doing, man? Hope it's going well. Yeah, welcome to my my first stream on this game. This isn't a real name for this. It's just a placeholder, prototype name. I just didn't know what to name it. There's no volcano, so a volcano escape VR means nothing. I just need to... There's a couple of things I need to do. First thing is I need to open Blender because I need to sort some VR models, and then we can start building the new levels. So I'm going to be using some 3D models I've made to basically build up some new levels. So we're going to see how that goes. So let's just wait for the beautiful Blender to actually respond. It never normally doesn't respond, so it doesn't like me. Don't delete anything, Tyler, then you have to bloody thingy. Alright, Sci-Fi Lab, don't save. What happened to the other game with the elements and stuff? Yeah, that game, that's a good game. What happened to it? Yeah, about that. It's still around, honestly. It's just, it didn't get the hype I wanted, and just a lot of people didn't like the idea of the game, so I ended up switching up to a different game. Hopefully this game is more sought after. People like this game more. Let's go into this and turn off X-ray. Like, what the hell? Why we got X-ray on? Turn it off. Stay. So I'll show you some new models quickly if you guys want. We've got the good old barrel. There's a new update to the barrel. The archway. Where is the archway? White. Hello? Oh, there it is. It was hidden. There we go. All right, there we go. Things are no longer hidden, I think. Yeah, there we go. Cool. So we've got a simple archway. We've got the barrel. We've got the barrel cluster. What else do we have? We have crate. Big. There's a big crate. We have a little a long boy crate and a small crate. Door, this is a half door. It's actually for this. It's supposed to be a sliding door. Again, just simplicity here. Floor, it's just a plain floor which will have texture. And we've got some machines here. Steel Raptor, do you think you will add multiplayer? That is a good question. I would love to add multiplayer to this game. I'm not the best at multiplayer, as in from a... I've never actually made a multiplayer game other than a couple of co-op style games, but I'm definitely thinking about it. It's definitely going to have multiplayer aspects as well, so I'm hoping to add potential player ghosts. So let's say one of your friends played the level you're on, you can actually see their best scores ghost jumping around, which was one of the things I wanted to add. It's on the list. I'm hoping we can add quite a few different, different things in here, which would be pretty nice. Yeah, so Anyway, these are just other things. We've just got a few different machines. This is all just stuff to go around the place. Got simple wall, window wall. Actually, that's a window there, but I've turned the mesh off. And then, yeah, we've got pipes and railings. This is all of it stuck together. I don't really want to undo that. But we're going to start off by just exporting, like, the floor, doorways, doors, and, you know, the walls and stuff, because that's what we need mostly. So I am just going to I'm just going to select a bunch of these, what I want to export. Archway, door wall, floor, simple wall, window wall, the actual window for the window wall. And I am just going to start by exporting them. You could add like a versus mode where you can do a 1v1 race. Also, sorry if I fill up chat. Yo, dude, Steel Raptor, fill up the chat as much as you like, dude. As long as you're not like spamming nonsense, you're all good, man. But yeah, no, it's a good idea. One thing I'd love to do if we did a VR version is the ability to push your friends into the lava. I think that would be a fun, evil thing you can add to the game. So you kind of can't run side by side. Otherwise, you may knock your friend into the lava. Also, if you want to be an asshole, you could just you could document. I'm looking down at the chat and I should be looking at the camera. I apologize. I haven't streamed in like over a year, so I apologize. It's been a while. Anyway, simple wall. Let's say file export as an FBX. We just want meshes, deselected object, and apply transforms. D drive, 3D models, environment. 1 second. Modular environments, and I would like to create a new folder called the Sci-Fi Lab Assets, and we're going to call this one the wall or simple wall, and export that one. And I'm just going to quickly, before I export any more, I'm literally just going to attempt to import that in the editor just to make sure it's all working. Models, I will have to delete all of these old models. I'm actually going to create a folder real quick called olds, and I can put all of these in there and we can trade them out later on. I don't know which one of these will stay and which ones won't, so I probably will switch some of these up. Anyway, drag that in, and that is the perfect size. Yes, good. Good. All right, simple wall. I'm also going to create an old folder for the prefabs. However, I want to keep the bounce pad, the checkpoint, and the teleporter. Physics grid, the lava. Yeah, the environment can all go in there. There's the old environment. The rest of this can stay. That's fine. Sorry if I'm missing any chat. I think having biomes would be cool, like an ocean where water is lava, and a nuclear power plant where acid is water. That's a cool idea. That's not a bad idea. So like some of the things, so there's a story to this game essentially for the main storyline. And that is essentially you start off in a laboratory, and the lab has been drilling inwards to the earth towards the center. And again, I'm giving you a rough idea. I don't want to spoil it too much for when I actually release the full game, so not too much story. But basically, you mine too deep, and lava starts rising, and you've got to escape the laboratory. You're at the lowest level of the laboratory. You've got to get to the top, which will be 15 levels to escape, and then there will be more levels once you've escaped. So once we escape, there could be more biomes, such as I said, ocean. It could be the lab is actually in the middle of the ocean, and you've got to figure your way back to land. You've got the nuclear power plant, which you're on about, which could be on the land. You've got the buildings, houses, all of that stuff. It is a great idea, and I do like the concept. It's a cool thing. Let's turn on this, apply. Let's turn off lighting so we can actually see this in game. Cool, so I think this is working fine. The only thing I do want to do is the main material. There we go, drop that on. And there we go. Yeah, you can see that's working fine. Nice. Also, reflection probe off, because that's going to make it look weird. It's weird how which way you look at this depends on how the lighting goes. Cool, 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 cool. All right. This is good. This is good. And if I... Oh, if I duplicate the simple wall and we snap it upwards, how does it look if this was a double high wall? Yes, very good. This is what I wanted. All right, environment, just shrink that down. Cool, I need to export the rest of these then. So simple wall's done. We just want the window wall. Oops, cancel, save, file, export, FBX. Window wall selected. Export. I want to check this one as well because this one's got a special material on it for the glass. So I may need to test some of these one by one, but I'm confident once we get this one tested, we are good. Is that window missing the... Yeah, it's missing the actual window part of this wall, which isn't an issue, but it kind of is. So let's see if we can export that with the actual lower down meshes. Essentially want all of this. File, export, FBX, see if this fixes it. And its children. That would be nice. Batch mode. Patch mode. Alright, let's see if this works. Just export this. Back to Unity and a new window wall. One second, let me delete the old window wall so I don't have to rename it. Delete and drop this bad boy in the models and drop the window. There we go. That's good. I know the window is complete grey and that's nice, but this glass texture, if I bring this out into here, did that move the whole model? Fine. Duplicate glass, pull it in here, and I just want to set this to transparent. Drop this down to like 10. Is this not working? Oh, I'll tell you why. It's because this glass actually isn't on it. Where did I move that glass to? There we go. Go back to this. There we go, and I want it slight blue tint, something like, what's a lab sort of tint, like a, something like that. Yeah, there we go, that's what I wanted. Cool. Alright, I can delete that, I just want to check it works. Cool, now I can do 4. How long have you been modeling for? I modeled these within like a week or so, so all these models here have been done in a week. I'm just going to hide those two because they've been done. This is all just low poly, simplistic for the event. That is the window walls. Window. Turn that off. They've been exported. Cool. Export the floor. So yeah, I've been 3D modeling since I started game development, but never really amazingly. Like I was just pretty shit. I just modeled random stuff, and then I slowly learned how to do low poly, and well, as you can see, these are as low poly as you get. They're very simplistic geometry. My best stuff is probably like the crate and that, which is still pretty basic. So export FBX, and this is the floor. Yeah, export. Turn that off. Doorway wall. Do I merge? No. Yes. No. Yes. No. You know, I'm going to do them separately because if I do want to use these, I'll probably need them separately. By the way, if anyone does have any questions, you're welcome. I've always been a massive fan of the low poly games. Yeah, I really love the low poly style, to be fair. It's easy for me as a solo dev, and it's just really easy. It's just really nice look as well, I think, for a lot of things. And I think in VR, it really does do something. I'm not a fan of realism in VR. The whole point I go into VR is to get these crazy cool worlds. There's some things where realism is good, but honestly, I just prefer just having some basic, you know, nice looking, low poly meshes for VR. I love that stuff. I love the simplicity. Like, there's a game which is done in voxel art, Ancient Dungeon VR. I love that, the look of that game. It's absolutely beautiful for such a simplistic style of game. Export doorway, hide, and let's export the door. File, export, FBX, door. Door. Hide that. And then finally is the archway. FBX, and this will be the archway, FBX, do. Is that good? Why is that saying the name is taken? It isn't. Stop lying to me. And that's done. Cool. Now, do I want anything else? The pillar. I am missing a key ingredient, the simplistic pillar. I may actually have to do a bit more 3D modeling in a minute because there's actually some things I need to do. FBX, this is the pillar. And export. And now I can load all these assets into Unity. So, already got the window wall. So we need the pillar up to the archway. And from the window wall, generate light maps and apply. And from the pillar to the archway, generate light maps, otherwise it doesn't work. Let's have some juice. Oh, engage with your audience. I like that as a feature. Sorry. Anyway, back to this. So we have the arch, all of these. I kind of want to drop them all in and apply the main material to all of them. No, I should probably do it individually. Door, main material, doorway wall. Main material. What? I've just realized I could have selected them, highlighted them all. Drop in the main material. However, in the window, we want that glass. And I want to right click all of these, unpack all of them, make them all static and their children. Archway, doorway, and I want to add a mesh collider to every single one and potentially convex, although I'm not going to do that yet. And then I'll drag these into my prefabs. And then I want to select, I want to create a modular assets section where we drop the archway, the door, doorway wall, pillar, simple wall, and window wall all in. Am I missing anything else? No. Oh, the floor. Boop. Cool. Why is that? Why does that floor look so weird? Casey, yo, you good? I don't want to make my children static. Well, I've made them static, Casey, so you're just gonna have to deal with it, mate. That's just how it is. Sorry, bro. Static children. It's just a... You know, just how it is. Baby girl, watch. Alright, I guess the next step is to actually just remake this level, but I am missing the key component here, which is the this bit in the middle, you see. I would like to actually have this. I I need a raised platform. So we've got to do some 3D modeling. Which is always good. Mesh. Oh, hello, mesh. Cube. 1 tab. Vertex mode, see-through mode, plane mode. Let's start by bringing all of these up. Make sure absolute grid snap is on because I like to keep things to a grid. And that platform is probably good, isn't it? Where's the floor? Because I want to model it to the floor size. I thought this would be a bit small. 7. Oh, scale, shift X. There we go. Is that high enough or should I go 1 higher? Should I... Oh, she said 1 more. 1.5. Yeah, let's do that. Let's call this raised platform. And then we need to... do I do any detailing to this? Do I like round the edge? Do I create like a round edged piece? Or do I just leave it plain? I have the Notion board. Let's go refer to the board of 3D models I need to actually think. Sorry, man, but I have to go. Yo, no worries, Steel Raptor. Thanks for tuning in anyway, dude. It's been a pleasure talking to you, and your questions have been very welcome. Have a good rest of your day, night. I don't know what time it is where you are, but or good night if you go in bed. See you later, man. Have a fun day. Square platform, corner platform. Cool, so I need a square and a corner. All right. I need a center platform, which is this one. It's just going to be a plain platform. And what I'm going to do is go to materials, use the main material, go to UV editing, hit tab A, select all of these, scale this in, and I'm just going to move this to the little white bit here. There you go. That's all that needs to be. Everything needs to share the same material, so hence why I'm using this color palette here. And that's that one done. Oh, modeling tab, and then I want to shift D, hide this one, and we'll call this the edge platform. Actually, I'm going to say raised platform edge, and then where I could turn off the floor too, and this will be raised platform center. Cool. So the edge, I just want one edge. So for example, here, I want to shift B to bevel it. I want to bevel off 3, maybe? No, let's go for 2. Does that look alright? And then I want to Alt-E, extrude face along normals. No, that doesn't look right. I need a flat piece here. G set. Yes, that'll be fine. And then I need another one coming along here. 7 G Y. Oh, G Y again, please. Bam. And then face mode, and I'll select these faces. Going to normal mode. And I will actually, let's use proportional editing. Line mode. No. Yeah, let's extrude it. 3D modeling isn't my best suit, that's for sure. Alt E, chase along normals. Nope. E. Yeah. Set. 3. Oh. Link versi mode. Does that look ridiculous? I think it does. Yeah. Never mind. Let's remove those last two ones. There you go. I can now do, and then what I'll do is I will make this, you know, I lied again. I do want this here because I want to paint it black. Ah, no, undo. Okay. And then in UV editing, I'm going to select these faces and I'm going to move it over here to give that corner. You won't see this edge because there'll be a corner piece here. Yeah, I think that's fine. Save, and then back to modeling, Shift D, turn that one off, rename this to corner, and then actually delete this one. Get the edge, no, center. Shift D, turn it off, and then call this the corner one. And this is where we can place iDog, that's me, enjoy turning squares into rounded squares, also justice for static children. We can play Space Engineers at some point, peace. Yeah, man, I'm down for that, Miller. There, Casey. God, your name. Yeah, I just call you Mag. Mag works better for me, Casey, man. But yeah, man, peace out, dude. I'll speak to you later, dude. Have a good night, dude. And then I'm gonna go edit, edge, select this, and this, Shift B, and I want to make this 2 again. Boop. Oh, that's not 2. Peace out, man. The mag is the way. Yes, it is. And then I want to Shift R. G, so, and G said, bring this up, good, Shift, enter. Seven, and G said, oh, GY is what I want. No, it isn't, apparently not, 3, tab, vertice mode, scale Y0, bam. 7 GY, bam, nice, enter, and one more going across that way, 7, scale X0 GX, and bring it in. There we go. That should, now if I bring the edge up and I GX, there you go, they should line up nicely depend on which way around it is, but there you go. Nice, cool, hide that edge, back to the corner, UV editing, tab, face select mode, and I'm gonna select these two and plus. Oh damn, should have clicked down as well. And G, boom, there we go, the black face. Yo, Parkalicious, what's up, man? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing good. So I am just 3D modeling some assets for the game. These are just some basic ones. I should lower this platform. That's what I should have done. Had a little lip on the edge. That would have looked cool. Anyway, yeah, I'm just messing around with some assets. And here you go. This is a new round edge. So we now have, oh, I need to 1 GX, bring it back here. Okay, save. Cool, and I need to export all of these. So let's start with the centerpiece. File, export, FBX. It's Tyler, but yeah, Perkalicia. Sorry. I knew who you were. I just, I call people by their names in the chat. So this is going to be a raised platform center. And this should be good. Export, file, export, FBX. And this one should be the corner. And file, export, FBX. And I want to export the edge. Export. There we go. Now in Unity, let's just drop in these new assets. Drop them in. Bring them into game. They look about right. They're slightly smaller than this one, but that's fine. And then what we'll do is we will drop on the main material to all of these, make them static, and we won't cast shadows for any of these. Also, we're gonna unpack them all. Okay, so there's these. Now I should be able to drop these into the model. Oh, wrong one. Bring them into the prefabs. Down. Modular assets. There we go. All right, now let's delete all of the assets that we don't need anymore. And what I'm going to do is I am going to hide this. Platforms. Saying that, I'm going to hide it all. I'm going to create a whole new environment section. Reset. And the first thing we want to do is drop in a floor. Ta-da! Do we want a floor there actually? I don't know. Oh, I'm missing something from my raised platforms. These, I want to add in a mesh collider. And they could be convex, yeah. They don't need to actually follow. Oh, you know what? We'll leave them just meshes. They're so low poly anyway. It's probably cheaper to do it as non-convex. Right. Let's drop in a floor. I'll just reset its transform and duplicate. Here goes the good old duplication process. Also select Y so we can see it from above. And then I'm gonna duplicate this and this again. Select a whole line. How's that looking so far? Do we need one more? I think we may. Yeah, let's do one more edge. Starting to lose count of which ones I've done. Alright, 6 that way. How many down is here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 6. It's definitely off though. Oh, it should be like this. Oh. Oh, you are kidding me. Unity crashed. Oh, that didn't save any of that, did it? Anytime you press Control and Z on Unity, man, sometimes it's just like, yep, I'm out, peace. Just like, I don't want to be here anymore. Do. Alright, thanks for that, Unity man. I appreciate it. I appreciate you crashing on me for no reason. Just gonna sip my juice, although I'm basically out of juice. It's not good. When you're out of juice, you're out of happy thoughts. And when you're out of happy thoughts, it's never a good time. There we go. Alright, so what was saved and what was not saved? Hey, half the floor was saved. However, oh, the lighting's on, that's why I can't see it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. Cool, so if we select the Y up here, duplicate. So we've got 5 that way. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that way. Cool. So we want it 6 on either side, right? Let's duplicate that. Ooh. Not 6, 7. That should be big enough, I think. Yeah. There's a second layer here. My bad. Yep, and here. There we go. Now we got them down. Should be 1 per section. Randomly select some just to see. There we go. Cool. That's all good. Alright, now we want the raised platform. I need to lower all of this. You, and then modular assets and raise platform center. And this will just be there. And then we want the edge, which will be hit that Y, bring it over here. And we'll duplicate the edge and we'll twist it 90, bring it over there. And then we'll duplicate it, hit it with the 180. Oh. 180, bring it this side. Wait, hold up, let's bring it here. This is why I need lighting, but you know. Let's duplicate this one, minus 180, send it over here. There we go. And finally, corner pieces. -4, 0, 4. Duplicate this, Y 180. Okay. Duplicate, -90. Wrong way. Really? Okay, this. There we go. Ah, we're missing another piece of the 3D models. I needed a ramp to the 1.5. I need it to basically be the same in width as well, I think. Alright, let's hide these. Shift A, mesh, cube. Alright, I have an idea. Do we want it to be out? Yeah, we'll do it out. Okay, so we have the cube, tab 1, vertice mode, alt Z. Select all of these, G Z. Ooh. And then G Z again. And then 7, A. I need the floor piece. Scale, shift, set. And then turn the floor piece off. 3, G set. Now the question is, do I bevel the edges or do I create like something to assist this which has beveled edges? Now, do you think this will be good on its own? I don't know. I do not know. Let's give it the main material. Go to UV editing, tab, A, shift, scale, G, and let's make it white. This will have to do. Save, file, export, FBX, and call this the raised platform ramp. Cancel. I need to rename it over here. Raised platform ramp. There we go. Save, file, export, FBX, ramp. And hide that. There we go. Back to Unity and let's import the ramp. Models, ramp. Oh, it's empty. What's the ramp saying? Oh yeah, it literally is empty. Delete, 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 save. Did I not select it? I don't think I had it selected when I exported it. How did you decide on the, 1 second, I can't see the actual, how did you decide on the color palette? Good question, Coco Dinobites. So I'll show you the color palette in a second. I think you've probably already seen it, but the color palette is over here, right? And let me just, oh wow, it's real blurry. Maybe I should look at it in this UV editing. So this color palette has a range of colors. Originally, the game was going to be a much larger like range of colors required. So I was going to be doing a whole like town, city sort of thing, like a whole village. So I was going to need like blues for different shades of water. So I wanted different oranges. I wanted to have like a variety. I've ended up basically using these top ones and the orange and yellow colors most because that's what the lab's made out of. But originally I wanted a big supply of colors. I wanted to have a lot so I had a good variety of different shading. And yeah, that's how it ended up. I just grabbed this color palette. I grabbed this from the, there is a name to this palette and I cannot remember what it is. It's Jewel something, I think. It's actually up here. Jewel, it's just called Jewel, I think. I think that's, I don't know what the official name is, but it's called Jewel. It looked pretty good and it had a good range of colours, so I just picked it. That's essentially it. That's the story. I hope that helps. So which way is said? That way. Where's my player facing quickly? Turn him on. That way. Cool. Actually, it's the player though. He's like underground apparently. 1.5. Yes, sir. Alright, turn the rig off. Or not turn the rig off. Hide it. And then raise platform ramp. So turn off shadows, make it static, unpack it over here. And add in a mesh collider. This one is fine. I do need a physics material on it. Is it in code? Physics material non-slip, which I believe should be 1.1. Yeah. Friction maximum. Yes. And I think that's good. And we can drag this one into our modular assets. Grab the ramp here. -8. Hit us with the 180. And then we need to delete this one and duplicate the middle. Is that good? I think I need to create a transition piece here, but for now we'll leave it as it is. I think this should work fine. And this, we're back to the original thing. I just need to raise the teleporter as well. Let's get in close on this. 1.5 should be exactly right. Yeah. -4, 0. Maybe teleport should be in the dead set. No, because I want the computer to be here. Where is the computer? Oh, it's in environment, is it? This thing. Bring this out of there. Let's put it at 1.5. There we go. There's the good old computer. Do you have any recommendations on Blender tutorials, specifically for modular game assets? I've learned the basics, but a lot of tutorials build entire scenes for rendering directly in Blender. Honestly, I wanted that tutorial. I could not find that tutorial anywhere. So I kind of just ended up going off I ended up just looking at general 3D modeling 3D modeling like tutorials just on low poly and stuff, and then I ended up just guessing how you do it. So you can see here I've now got a wall I can just duplicate and snap to each other just easily. Although I also have a pillar that I like to use here as well. So like here I could just set this to 10 or 0 actually, y 0, and this to be -12, 14, yeah 14. And this just 0, 0, -14. And now I can literally just go in, snap these assets where they need to be, like here. One more. Duplicate, snap, duplicate, snap. And I can just do this. I essentially just learned as I went, basically. It wasn't the easiest task, but I definitely tried my best. And yeah, I don't think there's many good tutorials out there for modular assets, to be honest. I had a look myself, I couldn't find any, but I read a lot. I did some Googling, you know, about where you should place your pivots. So if I go to pivot mode, you'll see all my pivots are actually at the bottom here because it's normally better. And yeah, that's all I can give you. I might, if people are interested, I might do a series on how I create modular assets, and hopefully that helps. Do you have rules for scaling things properly? I know it's important for VR. Yes, so yes, I do actually. So in this scene, roughly the human height is 1.8 meters, right? However, I didn't know how true that was because I'm exactly 6 foot, and that's what 1.85 roughly. So I dropped in a cube, that's a sprite. So how I started measuring things, especially in Blender, is I got a cube, set this to 0 for example, or bring this to 1.5. Although that doesn't sit there because it's 2, there we go. And set this to 1.85. So this should be the height of a humanoid. -125. Oh. 0.125. 0.1? 0.15? No. 0.5. I'm just trying to get on the ground. It's so hard to see if that's on the ground. So this should be the height of a player, but as you can see, it's smaller than this monitor, and that's because I found that when I was stood up in my game, I was roughly almost 2 meters, right? So I want this screen to be roughly level with your eyes when stood up. So like this top bit to be roughly with your eyes when stood up, basically. So I ended up just using Unity. I stood up in Unity with the VR headset on, and I got it to tell me the height of my VR headset, which come out to 1.7. However, obviously the height of your eyes are around 1.7, 1.8, whereas my head would be slightly taller in the scene. So I ended up using that. I then tested it out by creating different assets, so like this and barrels and some other things, and they ended up being scaling. It's just trial and error. You've just got one thing I do suggest is you putting the headset on and actually trying it out. But yeah, that's it. Sorry, I just got a message. There we go. Yeah, honestly, just trial and error. Try it, see if you can get it to work. If not, try something different. Honestly, it's just trial and error. Scaling in VR, you kind of want things to be realistic. So if you have something for scale, so like a shaker cup, what I would do is I would, that's not really a thing, a desk. So I've got my desk here. So when I was in VR, I tried to get this to be the same height as my desk as well. So when I was stood up, I would be feeling down with my hands with the VR headset on, touching the desk, and then trying to see if it felt like I was actually touching this desk, which in fact it did. But that's it. You just got to try and error it. Most in Unity, the scaling for 1 meter in that is roughly accurate. It's pretty close, especially because the VR sits about the same height. So yeah, it's pretty good, pretty accurate. So I normally go on the units, but it's definitely good to trial and error it as well. Yeah, hopefully that helps. Sorry, I've rambled there for a little bit. I was getting confused myself with what I was talking about. But yeah, let's grab that back in this mode, duplicate, and then I can put a different wall here. And then, wait, they're not lining up. Why are they not lining up? Because I have done that wrong. There we go. There we go. And there we go. Wait, are these not 3x3? Wait, what's the floor? The floor... Hold up. Wait a minute. Now, if I duplicate this and put this here... Oh, yeah, that's it. Cool, it just lined up. I was losing my mind there for a second. I was like, oh, no, how did I do my math wrong? I didn't. I just didn't do my brain. Cool. I'm not sure I'm going to keep... If I delete this pillar, there's a gap in the middle. You could patch with one of these. Although you'd have sea fighting, but that's fine for just the moment. While I look... Would a longer wall look cooler, or should I keep the pillar system going where it's a pillar per wall? Let's do a pillar per wall for now, because it's how I built it. So, and then let's grab this, duplicate, and duplicate. One more. There we go. Are you actually using Pro Builder for snapping or something? No. Unity, well, I use Pro Builder to block out my level, but I'm not actually using it to snap. If you see up here, there's this grid snapping size, and I can set this to 1, to example. Now, if I move, it will still move however it wants, but if I hold Control, it will snap to smaller increments. And if I turn this on, it will snap to that 1 in the grid. I like to use 0.25 because I feel like that's roughly how I end up doing it. Yo, what up, Keelan? How's it going, dude? Yep, I am streaming. But yeah, I just hold Control and it will allow you to snap on the grid at 2.5 increments. So if you look at the top right there, you can see it's moving 2.5 increments. And that's kind of just how I like to use it. I normally don't actually have this on. You don't have to have this on, as long as you're holding Control, and that will still snap to the grid for you. Ah, here you go. This is the increment snapping. Sorry. So here, this one, I can put this at 1, and if I hold Control, you can see it will snap at whatever increment I set it to. Again, I like 0. I'm going to probably go for 0.5 actually, because that should work. But yeah, no, you just tweak these things up here for snapping, and then hold control as you drag stuff around. And there you go. And then I can duplicate this. I can rotate that 90 degrees, press F, swip to the side. Actually, I should probably kept that there for a second. Snap that there. And there you go. Back on it. I can grab this. Duplicate, drag, duplicate, drag, duplicate, drag. I probably could have grabbed that whole wall instead of just... Let's just grab both of these. Duplicate and drag. And duplicate this. And the nice thing is now I can grab this wall. If I go to the Y view and turn it orthographic, I can grab this wall, duplicate, bring it all the way up here, holding control to get that that snap, and there you go. And then I can grab all of the, oh, not all of those, all of these ones, Control D, and drag them over there. Oh, that's not snapping right there. Is this? Something's off. What is off? Am I off? Wait, maybe it's me. This should be right. It looks right. It's just this now doesn't seem to want to snap properly. This is why I stick to my 2.5 gram, 2.5 snap, because then you can get better results there. There you go. That works. That'll do. Turn off orthographic mode, and there you go. Now I can grab all of these. That's too many objects. I don't know why I did that. Select the X. Is that just the wall? It is. Go select every single one. This bit's a bit tedious. There's probably a better way to grab all of these. All the way around, almost there. Definitely a better way to... Oh, I just knocked my shift key off. Always good. And then I'm going to Control D and grab this on the up. Oh, no. One more up. Oh, crap. Accidentally selected this screen as well somehow. And cylinder screen. Delete. There we go. Now, do I need this one more up, or is this good? Also, I want to add in a shader to this and drop in a repeated texture. What shader do I want to use? Scenes? No. Yep. Samples, Pro Builder, codes, shaders. Lab floor. There we go. And I would like to apply to all. And there we go. I don't know if it'd work on this. I don't think it will. No, it won't, because what I think. There you go. Now you got a slightly shinier floor. If I go to the floor, however, this floor, any floor, no, the lab floor, metallic none, smoothness 1, save. There we go. Just want that shiny floor effect, but also not too much. And the lab ceiling will probably also be loose. Lab wall, lab delete, delete, and blend. Yep. Cool. There we go. go. Duplicate again and bring that up. Alright, that should be good enough. Then I want to grab every single floor piece, so it's going to be all in here. Duplicate it, bring it all the way up. Yep, and then I need to drag in the lab ceiling, which will be the same thing but black. And then I want to grab all of these assets, drag them in the M environment. Same with these. Just a bit of tidy up. Boop. And if I want to, I can grab... Oh. Why? Undo. This is the most tedious part, is having to click every single thing and bringing it across. If you want to select it, I should probably group them under like individual things, which I can do. I think I will do that actually. And I can right click, create an empty parent, just name this ceiling, hide. There you go, I can hide that in game. But in game view, it probably will still be there. Actually, no, it's occlusion culling. Good. What is next? I think this time, yeah, lighting would make it black. So I do want to get out some of the lights. So I want to go to environment, sci-fi lights, drag these out for a second, make them all 1.5 and drag them into the new environment. Same with the desk, drag that into the environment. What's different here? Very annoying. Okay, and there you go. I think that should be good. It's just these ramps. I can never do ramps right, because this will never work. Like when I try and walk up it, it's going to slow me down. I need to figure out how I can make it so when you're walking on a ramp, you actually walk slightly faster or up, if that makes sense. So you walk with some Y velocity or something, just to stop you from moving around. All right, let's actually test this in VR, by the way, guys. So I haven't tried this yet. So what I need to do is open up Oculus. I actually want to bake the lighting in right now before I do that, actually, and grab the other lights. I just remembered lights first. So hex light, hex light, hex light, hex light. Drag these into the environment. I'd come under here and I turn the ceiling back on. I think they're slightly off. That's fine, that'll work. Hide this environment. Reflection probe off. In fact, I want to clear baked data. And generate lighting. While I get my VR headset set up, please hold. Ugh. Do 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 do. Let's slap the headset on. I will not be able to see chat until this is done, by the way, so apologies. Cancel. Do 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 do. Alright, quest link. Ethernet cable. Searching for PC. Searching for PC. Did I open up? I did. I may have to cable it because this doesn't seem to want to work. Where did I put my cable? There it is. Alright, we're linking. Linko started. I probably look like an idiot looking up. I can see your message, dude. I can't see my screen right now, but I will answer you in 1 second. Let me just... So you said, I had to pause for a second. I'm at the shiny floor part. So creating the shader is an alternative for creating material to make it shiny. Do multiple shaders add draw calls like materials? So yes, they do. So a material uses a shader to render things. It uses the shader to tell it how to render. So a shader essentially is just the code behind the material. The material just is the like indent, the set of what you want. It holds all the parameters. So the parameters you want to set, like for example shininess and stuff like that. If your shader has a shininess parameter or a smoothness, that's kind of how it works. It's hard to explain, but that's essentially it. But yeah, let's test this out then. So I should, if this is all good. How's my lighting, Bacon? 2 minutes to go. That's gonna take forever. I don't want to wait that long. It's okay, we must. 2 minutes. It probably will be quicker, I hope. I'm just gonna save the scene quickly. Where's my mouse? Here. Save. There we go. I really want more juice, but I can't be asked to go downstairs to get some more juice. So it'll have to wait. Alright, so it's got a minute left. Here we go. Once this is done, we'll get into it. So you can see, oh, I should turn my lighting on. So you can see this is all baking now. Like you can see where it's baking, who it's baking, why it's baking. I have no shadows, so you'll see lights will just bleed through things. I'm not going to have shadows because the quest is... Honestly, the lighting is hard. I can obviously bake the shadows, but I may only bake it for hard geometry, not like lights and desks. I might let bleed through that stuff just for like the ground, the floor and that. But for now, just for the sake of time, there's no shadows. Shadows are off for performance and that. So we'll come back to shadows at a later date. Before we start this, let's 1 second. Let me, for starters, check up on my chat. How's chat doing? We all doing good? Looks like chat's all good. Let's go back to monitor 1, and now we can. Few seconds left for that, but while we wait, we will. There are 6 objects with overlapping UVs, which would be the raised platforms, yes, and the ground, and obviously the cylinders. Yep, that's fine. I already know about those. You can see here these are actually intersecting the floor pieces, which is causing some errors, but that's fine. Texture, oh, prefabs, textures, code, and the art for now. Come on, I just want to see what this looks like in game. We're almost there. 99, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, my brain, it froze. My head is frozen. Someone send help. Oh, we're back. Oh, we're doing something. I've lost my mouse. Alright, by looks of it, we're good, yeah? So I hope this isn't the baked lighting, because this looks like terrible baked lighting. Let me go to my real-time, my bake light maps. Yeah, this looks terrible. There's something wrong with my baking settings. I have to change my baking settings soon, but let's go test this now so we can actually at least see what it's looking like. Well, I can see what it looks like. You guys can just see the same sort of view, kind of. All right. Hello? Are we loading? Oh. Yeah, like, look, this is only going across one thing. Like, it's... Oh, wow. My walls and floors are now all freaking out. In terms of the size and scaling, let me stand up so we can actually see. So in terms of the size and scaling, it's pretty good. Let's see if I can go up and down. Ah, the ramp works. It doesn't slide me back down anymore. That's great. Oh, I can't jump on anything because nothing has floor. My occlusion culling is causing all this like jumping because I have occlusion culling on. Occlusion culling. God, why can't I speak today? There is some weird things happening with the assets, but so far so good. That's good. All right. I think I read that using point lights plus light probes is good for performance to bake them. Yeah, it is. It's pretty good. I just don't use... I don't actually tend to use real-time lights at all. Obviously, probes would be a good shout, a good suggestion. But there is something wrong with my cast shadows off yet. Cast shadows on. It might be causing some issues. But yeah, you can see this baked lighting is not right. There's something wrong with it. Isn't that cool, man? I'm going to do a couple of things. I'm going to go to lighting and I'm going to clear that baked lighting because that is ugly. You see, that's what it should look like, kind of. There's a bit of artifacting everywhere. Why is this weird as well? Oh no, that's the raise thing. I want to select this. The point light shouldn't be causing me issues. Shadows, no shadows. Hard shadows? Soft shadows, no shadows. Right. No, we'll give... If we get everything some hard or soft shadows, we'll see what happens. And then scenes. Oh, not scenes. Art, prefabs, teleporter. Oh. Teleporter pad, shadows on, static shadows, save. Back. Bounce pad, shadows on, static shadows on. What else do we need to cast shadows? So modular assets, raised platform, and all of these. Shadows on, static on, save. Pillar, static on, floor, static, doorway, static. Cool, door, static shadows, archways, static. I mean, I didn't use any of these, but we'll add them all to it. We'll make sure everything has the same. We go here and we go to window L. This does not need to cast shadows because it's a window. Cool, look at that. See, now you can see that's happening. Let's go to this as well. So the sci-fi desk should have a static shadow caster on. Also, you can see where it's split. Like, what is going on there? I might have to use light probes, you know, because you're probably right. The light probes will probably work better. Lighting, high quality, 40, set 64. Actually, no, 40 for testing, because otherwise it'll take too long. Mix lighting, real-time none, lighting there, bait maps none. The next thing to do as well is, in my occlusion culling, let's clear all that data and then just bake some new data. There we go. Beta date, all baked. For Size is small that will be used to hide other objects when doing occlusion. For example, if value 4 is chosen, then all objects if or wider than 4 meters will use 3. Rebake. Visualize. There we go. Alright. Teleporter. Apply. Oh, we need we need to actually make sure. So, tweet. Shadows, hard shadows. Hard shadows. Close. And then there's one more thing I want to remove. So my reflection probe, I don't want any. I want to remove my reflective data. Scenes, hub. Oh. Cool. Well, let's try baking the lights one last time. Generate lighting. Yeah, I'm not sure why the light is cutting off at the edge of each floor. Curious to see what's causing it. Yeah, so am I. It shouldn't happen. It should be pretty smooth. It may need me to up the resolution of the maps or something, or turn off ambient occlusion, because that could also be the issue potentially. Close that tab. So we should see the lighting hopefully fix itself as we go along here. Models. Another thing to check is actually the models all have to generate UVs, which they do. And you may want to tweak a few of these settings, but I do not know. Alright, let's see. Let's see what this looks like once it's all baked. It looks like it's doing the same thing again, giving me hard edges to bake. Oh. I have an idea. If these two are good and these ones are good, but this one here and this one here is the issue, it could be because none of these have curvature on them. Here we go. Baking lights is always fun, as you can see. We are just baking all the lights. But once I get these modular assets working exactly how I want them, making the rest of the levels is going to be so easy, because the modular assets are just repeatable. I'll just take them where I want them, drop them in the scene, and there you go. Look at all of that. Too many, so we now have a new issue. There's too many shadows being casted. That's fine. We'll figure that out later. Almost there, guys. We are almost there. Just gotta wait 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Source. Sauce. What's everyone's favourite sauce? Random question while we wait for our lights to bake. Lights are baking in the treetops. While we wait for our lights to bake, we shall sing a random song. I am losing my mind while we wait for our lights to bake. Do 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 do. You'll wake up my kids if I carry on. Yeah, there's something wrong here. These shouldn't be baking. It's such a weird, like, why are they squared? I get it's a square grid, but surely. Yeah, this is fine, but why? Why? This is weird, man. I don't know why it's all dodgy. I think adding shadows has made it a lot worse. Where are the lights in this one? Maybe it's this as an issue. Oh, these aren't casting shadows, are they? No, cast shadows off, because then they would block the light. Why? Why are the lights baking so weird? Let's Google it. Let me use the Google. What am I Googling though? Light bakes. Unity lights bake. Cubicle. Bake. Not smooth. Seems you can take extra time on baking. I do not know what the issue is. Oh, apparently I should uncheck in here. I should uncheck this. Uncheck this, apply. And then rebake. Oh, why has my door been discarded? I do not know. Oh, I'm gonna have to bake again. This sucks. Light baking sucks, okay guys? Nobody wants to bake lights. They suck. They make the game look better, but they just suck. Right? Well, I'm gonna have to come back to this because I need to go. It's my time. It's almost 10 o'clock, so I'm gonna have to end the stream here. If anyone has any questions, you have a couple of minutes to ask me while I think about rebaking my lights once again. And hopefully maybe that'll fix it. But if not, then we'll just, we'll see. So, yeah, hopefully my lights are actually... I'll have to figure it out, but yeah, if you guys have any questions, I'm going to end the stream in a minute, and then, I'll answer any of your questions before I go. But yeah, my time has come. I need to hop off. I've got other things to do today. What do you think about frameworks like Hurricane VR or AutoHands? I like them. I think the AutoHands is pretty cool. I have seen a lot on that. Hurricane VR I haven't seen too much on. I need to look into that more. But I think all frameworks are good. I think if someone's creating a framework, then it's only going to mean people can do better, do more, you know, create some cooler things. It makes it easier for us. Now, it doesn't mean Hurricane VR or Auto Hands is the best solution. Maybe a custom one would be better. But I think it all depends on the game you're trying to build. I think you need to look into them and see which one works. But yeah, thanks Coco Dino Bytes for asking all your questions. They've been very good and fun to read. And Ghost Boy, bye. Thank you for tuning in, dude. Thank you for saying bye, and I hope you guys have a good night. 50 Steph, we're going to wait until these lights final bake. I don't think they're going to work. They're already looking a bit dodgy. My walls are no longer baking. It looks like they're just dead. There's artifacts in my walls. I need to learn how to bake lights better. That's my issue. So I'm going to do some research into light baking and baking lights with modular assets. Because even the floor, like, look, it's all squared up. Like, you've got the seams are terrible. There's like artifacting everywhere. I obviously don't have a clue what I'm doing, so I will need to redo that. I know though there's things with issues. 20 seconds left. We've got 20 seconds, and then that's it. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to play around with my modular assets, see if I can get them to be a bit better as well. I think they're all right. They look decent in the scene. In VR, it all looks pretty good. I know you guys can't really see it from VR, but I think it looks pretty good. So yeah, just need to mess around with it and see, just see what happens. And that's the lights baked. So once again, it seems like these lights are only baking on the square they're on, and then only having. Maybe I need to up my indirect lights. That might be it. Like if I select this, go to point light, indirect multiplier. Maybe I need to up this, but that'll make rendering longer. Again, or soft shadows. I apply that towards that added tool? No. Revert and oh, that's got soft. Yeah, maybe that'll work. But guys, thank you for tuning in. I'm going to end this stream here. It's been a blast streaming, and I will stream again hopefully soon for more development when I have time. Potentially tomorrow and Thursday will be the days I stream. So guys, thanks for tuning in, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.